Welcome back to day 2, guys, of the Here We Grow Challenge. I'm so grateful if you made it back for day 2. I think that's amazing. That means that you're ready to learn more, grow more, and I am here for you to do that. So, what I'm hoping is that after we planted those seeds of some of those questions yesterday, where are you at? Where do you want to go? What are you grateful for? What are you proud of in yourself? All of these different things. It's really got your wheels turning a lot. And now we're getting excited about how to get from where we're at to where we want to go. Because that's what today's all about. It's all about creating and planning your process. So my number one rule for today, as we go through these things, is to be really flexible. So we're going to be coming up with some strategies that are going to correlate with the goals that you set for yourself yesterday. And my intent for this is for you to plan some things out, try them out for a week, and then adjust from there. We're not going to be so strict on saying I'm going to do X, Y, and Z every day for the rest of my life, because we're at that point we're not being realistic. We're going to learn how to be a little bit more realistic with ourselves and how to meet ourselves where we're at, versus trying to do all of the things like everybody else is doing. Say you want, one of your goals is to improve your health, and now all of a sudden you're going to set a goal of working out for an hour 7 days a week, when really you've never exercised consistently ever before. That's not a very smart approach. So you might pick that for yourself and then think, oh my gosh, I'm failing. Why am I failing? Okay, well, we're going to be flexible. Why don't we try something else? Why don't we try something different, something more enjoyable, something of that sort? So what we're going to do then is we're going to learn how to use this process sheet, which is you should have gotten on your email today, that you can print out and use along with us. So what it says on the top is commit to the process, and then it has a little quote there that just says, what are you willing to do to be the best you can be? Attacking your goals with intention is the key to unlocking your greatest potential. So what we're going to start with is your 3 lines. I think yours might look a little different than mine, but your 3 goals. I want you to rewrite them up here. So you'll write 1, 2, 3 across the top like they've already happened. Go ahead and do that right now. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to fill this thing out. So this is actually set up for a full 4 weeks. And what you do across the top is you write the date out for every day that you're using it. And then down this column, you get to write out all of the different strategies that we're going to try using to accomplish our goals. So to start with today, we're going to come up with 3 right now, and you're going to come up with 3 for homework tonight. But I want you to brainstorm 3 things, 1 for each goal, that you can start doing this week that's going to help get you closer to your goal. Something in the next 7 days that you can accomplish. Maybe you do it more than once, maybe you do it once. I don't know what it might be for you, but I want it to be really specific, and I want it to be realistic. So for me, my first goal, which is a little bit different than most people's, is I'm a master of my energy. And what that means to me is that I have to continue to push myself to overcome my very limited mindset. And one of the things that I have to do every day that I don't always want to do is, as soon as I wake up, I take a cold shower for 30 seconds. I count to 30. Only 30. It's better than nothing. And then I go out to the gym and I do 500 jump ropes. So that really only takes me about 10 minutes, but it's the first thing that I do in the morning. And if I don't do it, I'm not mastering my energy as well as I could. But it's specific. It's exactly what I'm going to do and how many of them I'm going to do. So I want you to go ahead right now and brainstorm for each of your 3 things, three things that you can do to get closer to where you want to go. Go ahead and do that right now. 3 of them, 1 for each. Okay, and then what you're going to do for homework is you're going to come up with 3 more. So going into this week, you're going to have 6 things that you're going to need to get done to help you get closer to where you want to go. And they don't have to be big. They can be, yesterday I worked with a girl who said she wants to gain more confidence in herself. And her strategy was that every morning when she wakes up, she's going to look in the mirror and tell herself her 3 goals. That's going to take her about 30 seconds. And yeah, she can absolutely do that. She came up with that all herself, and I thought that was amazing. So whatever it is, no matter big or small, write it down, try it out, And then from there, you can use this, and maybe every week you adjust your process, reprint it out, restart over, whatever you have to do. But this is a great accountability tool because we can all set these big giant goals for ourselves, but sometimes if we're not being held accountable, it's really easy to say, oh, I guess I'll just have the cake today. But if you have something written down that says, I only fuel my body with healthy fats, protein, and vegetables, you're a little bit more, when you have to go down at the end of the day to write down your effort level for each of these things, you're going to be probably more willing to say no to the cake on that day. Because that's one thing I failed to mention is at the bottom, it then tells you that you're not just going to use a check mark for each of the boxes, you're going to use an effort rating. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you are going to write down how much effort you gave for each of these things, because we very easily could just kind of be going through the motion. So it just helps to track your performance, and then gives you more reason to why you're either accomplished something or not accomplishing something. Last thing that I want to go over, maybe 2 more things. But at the end of the day, in order to achieve these really amazing, big, giant things in our life, we have to have the foundation, the block at the bottom of everything functioning properly. Our foundation has to be strong, and that means our health needs to be strong. So for every single person out there, it would be really, really wise of you on your sheet to write down hydrate, to write down maybe some type of nutrition goal, maybe some extra serving of vegetable or healthy fat or protein, whatever fits you best, and also to move your body, to exercise, even if it's just walking for 30 minutes, putting some type of movement goal on your sheet would be something that would benefit you a lot. The other thing that you get to add on there is your morning journaling, which I have provided you with that template. So that's something that you can do again today that we did yesterday, and you're going to be doing it on day 3 as well. Hopefully that goes over this process sheet. It's pretty in depth, but that's what it takes to begin to work towards those goals, is having that accountability tool, having processes so that we don't have room to wiggle and say, oh, maybe not today. No. Here's the plan. This is exactly what we're going to do. I know for me that when I have absolute certainty in my plan for the day, there's no time to second guess myself, because as soon as I start to second guess myself, that's when I start to say, oh, maybe not today. And then I get into this like internal battle with myself that never turns out pretty. Well, I didn't set any food goals for today, so I can have the cake. And then later on, I'm like, why did I do that? I had 2 servings of cake because I had no plan going in, and now I feel miserable because of it. So having some type of goal, having some type of structure is only going to help you in the long term. The last thing I want to add in before I get out of here for today is a little challenge. I want you today, when you're out and about, to look around in a crowd of people, if you're at the grocery store, in school, at practice, and I want you to pick out, I want you to see somebody, and I want you to say something that you love about that person that you don't even know, because I want to give you a piece of advice for today. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. If you are to look at somebody who is, I just did this at the grocery store yesterday. There was a woman who had a bunch of tattoos down her arm, and I looked at her and I said, I love that she finds a way to express herself through tattoos. And it's just something so simple, but what you give, you get more of. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. The same reason that we're focusing right now on that vision that we want for our life, that future vision of ours, because where our attention goes, our energy flows. And where our energy flows is where we go. And that's what we want more of. So I want to challenge you today to find somebody out in a crowd. Maybe you pick 3 people and you name 3 things that you love about them, even if you don't know them. Maybe it's something that you do love. Somebody you do love. I do this with my husband all the time because sometimes he drives me up the wall. But instead of finding all the negative things, I think, I love that he's really passionate about this, even if it's not something I agree with. Okay, there's your challenge for today. That's it. That's all I have for you for day 2. Get that homework done, and I will see you back here for our last day tomorrow.